Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Marcus and today in this tutorial I'm going to share with you how to design this really cool typography poster in Adobe Illustrator. So let's go. So first thing, we're going to create a new document. But before that, I'm going to select my poster here. I'm going to make a copy to drag to my new document. So let's go to File, New, and let's use a 1700 by 2400 pixels in RGB mode and press Create. Perfect. I'm gonna paste my poster here and then I'm gonna scale it down really quick, just gonna group it very nicely, and then I'm gonna scale it down and move it to the side. I just want this just for a small reference. Make it even smaller because I don't need it to have many definition. So the first thing we need to start is with our typography element. Let's go to the text tool here and let's just write something cool. I'm gonna write learn. Just going to scale the text up before I start writing more. Learn, and then, oops, just again, learn, play, and repeat. This is like my personal motto I use for myself, like always learn, always play, and repeat it. So cool. And let's select this typography here. Let's change the font to Helvetica New. And I'm going to make it medium. Yeah, medium will be okay. I think bold is too much. Medium will be perfect for this exercise. I'm going to scale it up a little bit more. So actually, if the Illustrator lets me, something like this, not like a little bit, almost that's half, a little bit more than half of the artboard. Then I'm going to select it, then right click and create outlines. Then right click again and ungroup it. Now with this typography here, I'm going to start spreading it in our artboard here. Be as creative as you want. Just make sure to make a really nice composition with the letters. Learn. And then learn, play, repeat. Let's make it a P here. I'm gonna already invert the L there. And then A as well. Learn, play, and repeat it. This is a really good typography exercise, so you're not very restricted to any rules, you're just here to be creative and play around. The only thing you need to be careful is like be sure to create a really nice composition and don't try to mix letters around like this, because then it's going to be really hard to read it. It will be like learn, pay, and rel, what's that? So just be sure of you think about that when you're making your composition. Repeat here. Maybe I will make a repeat like this, and then 80, something like this. So I'm going to move a little bit my composition. Let's just move it down and then spread a little bit more my letters. So I have the full artboard filled with nice typography. Just like this. If you can even try to make maybe like scale things up if you want to. I'm just gonna keep my ones the same size just for consistency. Learn, play, maybe to play like this, or I think these ones here are very close to each other for sure. Maybe we're gonna do it like something like this. And this one is kind of looking like a Z, not as an N anymore. So I'm just gonna make sure that it looks nice there. Learn, play, repeat. Cool. Next, let's just go back to our toolbar here and let's make a rectangle and make a nice background. Gonna just make a really nice background, same size of our artboard, and then I'm going to window and find a nice swatches. I'm gonna use the default swatches here. Where are they? Really quick, default swatches, basic RGB, and I'm gonna use this gray, and then right click, and arrange this into the back. Cool. I'm gonna just select this artboard as solid here, make sure it's the same size of our artboard, 1700, 2400, center it, and then I'm going to select it again and press Ctrl or Command 2 to lock the layer. And perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is create this dashed line that's going to connect these letters. So I kind of like to help us to read this easier. So I'm going to back to the toolbar here and using the pencil tool, I'm going to just draw a line in the order of their letters. So it kind of connects them and makes them a little bit easier to understand what's there if someone actually wants to read it. And cool. I'm just going to zoom in really quick and make sure it's connecting the ones I want, and then I'm going to stroke, and here I'm going to choose dashed line. I'm gonna leave it as it is, 12 pixels per dash. And then I'm gonna make the same thing for the others words. Learn, play. You can play a little bit, like make a little bit wave here, just to make it a bit more interesting, not just like a straight line or something. And then again, repeat. Let's play a little bit to the repeat letter here. And then just be as creative as you want with this line, for sure. Repeat. Learn, play, repeat. This way we can actually, like, the letters are like a little bit spread, but this way you can actually connect them together and then read the message of our poster. Let's select this dashed line and let's select them all and then move them backwards. Let's just arrange them and then move backward. Oops, maybe again, let's do it again. Make sure, arrange, move it to the back. But now we actually need to unlock this background layer and also move it to the back because the lines are behind the background and we don't want that. Cool. The next thing I've done is just select the lines, actually make a little bit more thicker, sorry, 2 pixels thicker, so we can actually see them a little bit better on this background. And then let's just go to the toolbar again, get the ellipse tool and make some little circles and make them full black. So they're kind of like pieces of the letter that are connecting and traveling around. This is a little bit of storytelling in posters for sure. And this way, and then this way, just a few of them, we don't need many. Same thing here, I'm gonna just select them and now holding Alt, I'm dragging them to making a copy and then just gonna spread them. Just so I can speed up the process a little bit and then you're not too long here waiting for me to finish drawing all these beautiful spheres. Great, so we already have a few elements happening in our poster and then let's go add these like really nice big circles. Gonna again go to the ellipse tool and then I'm gonna select this really bright yellow here and make a really nice circle. Here you can actually play around with the position of the letters. You can just select like the P and move it frontwards, select the P again, sorry, arrange and then move it, bring it to the front so it's actually above the A. Above the circle, sorry, and I'm just gonna duplicate this circle again. Just gonna move it backwards so it's behind the A there and in front of the other one. I'm using the shortcut which is like brackets, command brackets. You can move it back and forward. So it's really nice to use the shortcut just for that, because sometimes we have so many elements to then select each one by one to try to position them. Cool, just gonna make a few more copies of this. Gonna move this one back, forward, not frontwards. Frontwards not even a word. This is when I try to mix Portuguese with English, and yeah, never works. 2 different languages. Anyway, let's move this back as well. Go back, yeah, and learn. Let's just leave it a little bit of the R there so we can actually see it's a R really easily. Maybe this one we face that way. Yeah, I think I'm not going to add a few more because I think it's already very busy with these spheres. That composition worked nicely with so many. But actually, I think I use different words here. I use learn, play, and practice. And here I use learn, play, and repeat. Okay, but you get the gist. You get the technique and the exercise anyway. Cool, and just wanna add a few more lines. We're gonna go to the line segment here on the toolbar. And let's make it stroke 2, maybe actually 4. And let's make it no stroke and no fill and a dark stroke. Let's make a few random lines here just to add a little bit more detail. Something like this, one's bigger, one's smaller, just to create some variation as well. I like doing this because it always adds a little bit more noise to our posters, which adds a little bit more story as well. You're gonna see me, I'm always talking about storytelling in posters, even though it's a static medium. I always feel like when I'm designing a poster, I'm actually telling some sort of a story, which is I'm probably telling 2 stories. I'm telling you how to do this poster and telling the story of the poster. And yes, hopefully this makes sense, or not. And just add a few more of them, and voila. I think I'm not gonna add more. I just wanted to share with you how to do this really cool poster. And yeah, we finished. Let's just delete the reference one. Don't need the reference anymore. Close the colors here. Full screen this poster. And yeah, this was a very quick tutorial. I just wanted to make a very nice typography one for the change as well. I'm always making these other techniques, a little bit more complex, but I really wanted to share something cool and simple. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget also to check the other tutorials. I have many of them in the channel page. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.